Alright, what's going on, guys? I am bringing you a 67-2 TDM on Carrier, playing some multi-team. I don't know, I was just playing solo. I usually don't play TDM in multi, but I don't know, I just gave it a chance, and it ended up being pretty decent, because, you know, I had like two retards on my team. They didn't really know what they were doing. They were, I don't know, I guess noobs or whatever. So they didn't really get any kills, so that pretty much left all the kills available for me to, you know, pick up, and I ended up picking up quite a few, as you can see, when I get 67 kills out of our total 75, so that was pretty good. I'm just running UAV, VSAT, and the Lodestar. I was kind of a low level in this. I didn't have Dodge or Swarm or anything like that. And I'm just running the Scorpion with Fast Mag, and I'm running Flag Jacket, Hardline, Scavenger Toughness, and Dexterity with the C4, my typical pub stomping Scorpion class. And yeah, that's pretty much all I really need to say about the gameplay. Alright, so I want to basically just talk about Advanced Warfare a little bit. We haven't really got anything too crazy as far as news. We do have a release date, which is November 4th. So I think that's actually, it's earlier than it usually comes out. I'm pretty sure Ghost came out on like the 10th or something. It was like the 2nd. It comes out on Tuesday, if I remember it correctly, and it's usually like the 2nd Tuesday or the 1st Tuesday of every year. But anyways, November 4th is the day that Advanced Warfare will be coming out. I saw the trailer. I'm sure you guys have all seen the trailer by now. It came out like a week or two ago. You know, it didn't really show anything too much. It was just a, you know, single player like teaser trailer, you know, like a reveal trailer or whatever. Obviously, we probably won't be getting anything from multiplayer probably until like, I don't know, late summer or something. Maybe right when school's starting or something, we'll get some multiplayer stuff. So it's still a few months away for that. That's when, you know, we'll really get an understanding for, you know, how good or how bad the game's gonna be. But just a few thoughts I have about it, not necessarily based on the trailer, based more on, you know, what I know about the developer and, you know, the history of Call of Duty and stuff. It looks like it's going to be a futuristic Call of Duty once again. So I think that's like the 3rd one in a row, or the 4th one in a row. It's going to be more futuristic because, you know, Modern Warfare 3, you know, was, I guess, not futuristic, but it was like, you know, modern. You know, Black Ops 2 was futuristic, and, you know, same thing with Ghosts. It's kind of modern, futuristic, or whatever. And, you know, I guess once again, Advanced Warfare, at least from the trailer, it looked like it was at least, you know, in our current period, if not, you know, in the future. So that's 4 in a row now that are kind of, you know, modern or futuristic and stuff. I think Black Ops 1 was the last old one, and Black Ops 1 is my favorite Call of Duty, so I don't know if that says anything about it. But anyways, I think when a Call of Duty becomes futuristic, that opens it up to more stupid shit being put in the game. You know, so I'm not sure if I like that. You know, the more advanced they make the, you know, the technology, the more, you know, weird, I guess, quote unquote creative stuff they can put in, which usually ends up being pretty annoying when they put in that, you know, weird creative stuff. So that's probably not a good thing, but, you know, they might not put anything stupid in the game, you know, we can always hope. But anyways, so Advanced Warfare, I believe, is going to be made like 100% by Sledgehammer. I don't know if Infinity Ward is going to be helping them at all or anything, but I know Sledgehammer is like, you know, the main people behind it. And Sledgehammer, I think they kind of worked 50-50 with Infinity Ward on Modern Warfare 3. And, you know, Modern Warfare 3, it was a really fun game when it was fun. Like, when people weren't doing stupid ass shit, then it was a really fun game. But I would probably say that Modern Warfare 3 had the most bullshit stuff in it out of any Call of Duty. You know, the introduction of support, you know, then the whole Final Stand, Dead Man's Hand, you know, all the bullshit that's in that game. I'm not even gonna list it, but the number one thing, the no counter in the game to Assassin, which that really, oh, that shit made me so mad. But anyways, it was still, I still had fun on that game. With all that bullshit in it that pissed me off, I still had fun on that game, so that's a good thing, because that's something I can't really say about Ghosts. I don't really have fun on Ghosts. Even, you know, when it's going well, I really don't have fun. I don't know, it's just not really, it's not a fun game. I think that's mainly because of the maps. So I did like most of the Modern Warfare 3 maps. There were a lot of good maps in Modern Warfare 3. That's something they did do correctly. So hopefully the next Call of Duty should have good maps, which is something we've been missing on Ghosts, because there's like 2 good maps. But, you know, so that's something to look forward to. But anyways, I'm more of a Treyarch, you know, Call of Duty. I really like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Those are my 2 favorite. You know, then probably COD 4. But, you know, shit happens. So I'm going to have to go ahead and assume that there won't be hardpoint in the game. Because, you know, Infinity Ward didn't like hardpoint, I guess. They didn't want to put it in Ghosts. And I can only assume that Sledgehammer is thinking the same thing, and they won't be putting hardpoint in Advanced Warfare because, you know, that's Treyarch's game mode or whatever. So that kind of sucks for like a public standpoint and a competitive standpoint, because, you know, I play a little bit of both, but I really do like hardpoint for competitive. It's so fun to watch, and it's like so fun to play. So I don't know. I would love for there to be hardpoint in the next Call of Duty. I think it's one of the best game modes that they've ever created, but, you know, it is whatever. You know, because Ghost didn't have hardpoint or a demo. Those are probably the two main game modes that I've played throughout Call of Duty, so I didn't really have too much fun in Ghost. You know, they took out everything that I like to do, so that kind of sucks. And the spawn system in Ghost is really weird, and I don't like it at all. It has the whole teammate spawn thing where you just spawn on top of your teammates, regardless of what flag you own, regardless of, you know, where you should be spawning or whatever. You know, they have like flip spawns and blitz, which doesn't even make sense and stuff. So the spawn system in Ghost is just completely stupid. So hopefully we'll go back to the Modern Warfare 3 spawn system at least, where it made sense. You know, as long as you weren't up in their spawn, you know, like staring at it, they'll spawn in their spawn. You know, they won't really spawn behind you. You'd have to really do something to make them spawn behind you. So that was pretty cool. I did enjoy the Modern Warfare 3 spawn system, and obviously it was really good for trapping, so that should be cool as well. You know, overall, I'm just hoping that Advanced Warfare is a lot more like Modern Warfare 3 than it is like Ghosts. And, you know, if it is, then I'll be pretty happy with it. Hopefully they just take out a few of the stupid things. You know, I think we've probably, finally, you know, seen the last of Last Stand and Final Stand and all that stupid shit like that. Dead streaks hopefully don't ever come back. So, you know, stupid shit like that should be gone. I think the whole support thing will probably come back, I guess. You know, and Specialist will probably come back as well for this. That seems to be like a, you know, Infinity War type of thing, and I think this game will probably have Specialist. It'll probably have a Chem Strike again, or a Moab, or, you know, whatever they want to call it. I think that's going to be returning as well. So, I don't know. I wish that, you know, the developers just stole each other's ideas. Like, I wish all the Modern Warfare games and stuff had a VSAT in them, and, you know, I wish all the fucking Treyarch games had a Chem Strike or a Moab in them, or a nuke, or, you know, that'd be really cool. So, I wish they would, like, you know, take each other's ideas a little bit more. I don't know if they're maybe they're not allowed to or whatever. Maybe they have like trademarks or whatever, you know, what you want to call it. But, you know, it'd be really cool if they could take each other's ideas a little bit more. That'd be pretty nice. The connection should be good. I'm thinking the connection will be good, mainly because it's going to be like primarily made for the next generation consoles. They're going to be dedicated servers and all that type of stuff. So hopefully the connection will be good. I hope at the very least the connection is like Ghosts, or maybe Modern Warfare 3, not Black Ops 2, as far as private match connection. The public match connection in all three of those is okay, I guess. You know, you get your BS here and there, but, you know, for the most part, it was decent. I really, for competitive at least, for that aspect, I hope that the private match connection is like Ghost. I think Ghost private match has the least lag comp out of the last three Call of Duties, Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3. Black Ops 2, that private match connection was just completely fucked up. I don't know. It honestly, you're probably better off being on a 3-bar off host than you were being host in a private match, which is honestly ridiculous. It should be like that. You know, in Ghost, it feels right. You know, the host does have an advantage over everyone else, and that's how it should be. And you should never feel at a disadvantage in you know, as host. And it kind of felt like that a lot in Black Ops 2. So that's good. Hopefully, the connection is good. Modern Warfare 3 private matches, I've played a little bit of, you know, Modern Warfare 3 private matches. It was fine, so nothing really to complain about there either. So overall, I'm thinking the connection will be fine. Also, the thing about Ghost is, I don't know, maybe the connection in Ghost isn't that good, but you just kill people so fast that it seems good. But I don't know. I thought the connection in Ghost was good, so that was good. But I don't know. Overall, I just hope that this game is a lot more like Modern Warfare 3 than it is Ghost. I think that's what most people are hoping for. I don't know. Is there any Ghost fans out there that really enjoy Ghost? I don't know. I think if Ghost would have had better maps, it would have been enjoyable, but they fucked up. They dropped the ball, I guess. Anyways, but that's pretty much it. That is my Advanced Warfare thoughts so far. This is pretty early. You know, whenever we get a real trailer, like a multiplayer trailer probably, I'll be able to, you know, do a more detailed video with some real evidence and stuff. But right now, this is kind of just my predictions and thoughts and assumptions, I guess, even, of how Advanced Warfare is going to be. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. And other than that, have a good day and peace out.
Nice work. RT